Today I want to go step by step and work on the story idea. If you have a story idea and you're wondering whether your idea has the key elements required for it to become a full-fledged story, watch this video where I've shared my notes on how you can find out whether your story idea is good or not. The first thing I'm doing is writing a one-sentence summary of the story idea that I have. Now, this is the beginning stages of writing a draft. So I'm not too worried about being perfect and being grammatically correct and using the right words, and I'm not looking for perfection. This is just me telling the story to myself, and I can polish everything up later on. But I found that it's a good habit to start here because it helps not only flesh out your story, but also later on when you're working on the marketing aspects of your book, you can use these things, polish them up at that time, and use them in different ways while you are preparing your marketing kit, basically. The things to keep in mind when writing your one-sentence summary is it should be short. You have to mention the characters without mentioning their names. Or if you have like a cast of characters, then give like a description and also include conflict in it. Your sentence should have these three elements when you're writing that one-sentence summary. I have that now. If you need a little help with your one-sentence summary, check out Amazon Prime videos or even Netflix or other places like these, and go to any movie or any serial that you're watching and check out the logline that they have over there. So basically that's what you want to create for your story that you're writing. The next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to use Save the Cat template and write a short synopsis of my story. The book's Save the Cat by Jessica Brody. It has a template in it, and she's broken it down in a nice way where she tells you what to write in the first paragraph, in the second paragraph, and in the third paragraph. Basically, roughly gives you an idea of what each paragraph, how many number of sentences you should have, and what to include in those in that synopsis. I'm not being fussy at this time. I'm not aiming for perfection. I'm going with whatever I'm thinking of, and I'm just writing it down without worrying too much about grammatical stuff and being all rosy and flowery in my words. I just want to get things on paper so that I can then clean it up. And I will be using these things when I'm creating my marketing media kit. So I'll be using these things. So it's nice to have them, but I also know that these will go through a lot of revisions and rewrites, so I'm not going to fuss over it. The synopsis usually will not have the ending in it, because if you have that, you're giving away the whole story. Next, what I'm going to do is just copy paste what I already have and add the ending to that page that I have now. And this is just for me. This is not going to be shared with anyone because I'll not want to share the ending with anyone unless I'm giving someone just to give me feedback. I'm going to add the ending that I have in mind right now. Probably this will change, but at least I can have something to start with. Added just the ending, a little bit of the climax and what the ending would be. I have that. It's just, I think, four sentences, so not a whole lot, but it's something. Next, what I want to do is I'm going to refer back to my notebook that I used while I was on that trip, and I'm going to quickly write few of the scenes that I had written at that time, and then just in a word dump kind of a way tell the story to myself. If you're not like a word person and you think better through your stories visually, you can do this in a lot of ways. You can use index cards, you can use post-its, you can use just pieces of paper and just cut them. You can also do this in Scrivener. You can do this using a brain mapping tool app that I think ClickUp has a good brain mapping app, so you can use that. I do this better when I'm writing by hand. So I already have some of my scenes written out, very short, like in a few sentences basically, but I have, I think, 4 or 5 scenes that I could visualize in my head when that story idea came to me. So I'm going to quickly take that and just use my paper and pen, scribble some things just to get a list of what could be happening in the story. Now, there are many different methods you can use to outline your book. And I have found that most authors have a mishmash of different types of outlining methods, and I have found that to be true to an extent with me as well. I have been trying different types of outlining methods, and with my few years of experience, I have come up with a mishmash of my own outlining style. But there are a lot of different outlining methods, and if you're new, I would recommend trying different types to see which one resonates with you and makes sense to you and the way you like to write books and you think about stories. The different types of outlining methods that you'll find are hero's journey, 3-act structure, plot point method, James Bell's method that he calls mirror moment, where you start outlining the book from middle out, which is a very unique way of doing. And I think to an extent, a lot of us do that. We have a key moment that we think of, and then the story kind of spreads out from there. Then there is snowflake method, scenes and sequence method, story grid method, and save the cat method that I keep referring to so often. Try these out, read about them, see what they're about and which one resonates with you and your writing style. The next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to set up my plotter and use one of their templates. They have a lot of different types of templates for different kind of stories, and I'm going to use that and plot what I have finally written down in my book. So the story idea that I came up with, I want to start it as a standalone book, but I don't know if it can become a series, a few book series. I feel there is potential to that, but we'll find out. Let's first start outlining the first book, the only book idea that I have right now. I kind of, while doing this activity, thought about what could be the other, if I was to make it into a series, what could be the other story I could come up with. But I'm not going to distract myself and get into that right now. I'm going to stick to what I have here and then just finish with that. So what I'm going to do now is just what I have here, I'm just going to put that into Plotter in the format that they have over there. So I'll just share the screen and tell you what I'm doing over there. This is the Plotter app, and I have created a new project. They have many templates to choose from, or you can add your own template. What I like to do is start with a template, one of the templates that they have, and then tweak it if I want to. I'm going with Gwen Hayes' Romancing the Beats template. I'm naming the project. The beats or the plot points are mapped out, and they have given you what needs to happen in each of these beats. I'm going to use what I have written in my notebook and fill this out. I'm adding the characters and filling out what I know about them, and the rest I can fill out later on. They have different templates to write about your characters as well. I can do the same with places and cross-reference everything. I don't have all the plot points figured out, and using a template helps me see what part of the story I don't have. So the next thing I'll do is focus on the plot points that I don't have, and work on them. Rest of everything else I'm going to fill out off camera. Finally, it's all done. I have the story outline all set up in this template. I highly recommend trying this out. Try it out for yourself. You saw how quickly that went. It's getting me so excited. Now it's time to fast draft, which I'll start tomorrow. I'm going to give myself some time to fast draft, but looking at how fast the outlining and all this process went, it took all of today, most of today, but I'm just surprised that I could get so much done with so much clarity. It's a good feeling. I've not always been like this, so it feels good to have all this done in one day. But also, I have been writing for a long time, and I had a lot of work done. Not a lot of work, but I had quite a few things done beforehand, so it went faster. And I've been thinking about the story for a long time.